Hey everybody, Stacey here from Stacey Wills Artistry. This is my last video of the night. I've done several today, so I thought I'd make it a big one and go out with a three, I don't know how to say it even. Well, obviously it's an open cup pour, but with 3 little open cups. And this is phthalo blue base coat, and I've got some other colors mixed up here, just kind of a hodgepodge tonight. I didn't have any specific direction to go in. I just kind of, you know how you just sort of go with what comes to mind. And so all of my paints except the phthalo blue have silicone mixed in with them. And this is my favorite Liquitex color, the turquoise. I like it a lot. I use it in just about everything, it seems like. And I'm using, this is the, well, not right now. I'll use that in just a minute. This is Liquitex. I think it's dioxazine, is how you say it. Purple. I like it too. And, whoops. Got some of it. I have some Arteza phthalo green because they have my favorite phthalo green. And this is Liquitex aqua green right here. Also, it's one of my favorite Liquitex colors. And then I've got some pinks and well, some pinks. Let's see. Let's go with one of those pinks now. This is a Master's Touch pink. I can't tell you the exact name of it right now because it's been a long day, but it may just be pink. Some of their colors names are not real creative, like Liquitex and some of the other brands. They're just you know, kind of pink is pink. I don't know. Anyway, there's silicone mixed in everything except the phthalo blue. I think I said that. I'm still getting over this pneumonia and my brain is still kind of fried. I forget things and I get tired real easy, but I have enjoyed working and making videos because that makes me feel better. It's not necessarily what I was supposed to be doing, but so much for that. Here's a paler pink. This is also a Master's Touch color, but I'm not sure the name. I like the Master's Touch paints as much as I do Liquitex Basics. They are similarly priced, and I like them. To me, they seem a little bit thinner. I have to thin those Liquitex paints a lot more, but I love both of them. In fact, that was the reason I almost didn't buy Liquitex at all, because I tried it one time and I didn't realize that they tend to thicken up if they're left sitting, and I had some sitting, and when I went back to it, it was like sludge. And I said, these are crap. Why would anybody pay so much more for these? I was still using craft paint at the time, and I said, why would anybody pay so much more for these? You know, they sludge up like crazy. And then I heard on somebody else's channel that they will tend to thicken up if you leave them sitting. So I remembered that, and the next time I used them, I stirred them, you know, again and again, and thin them, you know, a little more than I did my other paints, and, you know, of course, then problem solved. But just one of those little things you can learn on YouTube, you know. I mean, because I just thought the paint was just not good, you know. I was just thinking, what is all the hoopla about? You know, they cost so much more, and yet, you know, I'm having this issue. What's going on? So anyway, that's my Liquitex story. I love Liquitex now. I'm very happy with their paint. Not up to affording Golden, really. I'm not. I wonder sometimes, you know, how much better it could be to charge what they charge. But, you know, all in all, I'm pretty happy with my Liquitex and my Master's Touch. And, you know, there might come a day when I try that. You know, I'm always open to trying new things. But, they're really expensive. And, I have to spend money on resin and other things, you know, and I just can't see spending that on paint if I can avoid it. I like to have good paint, but I think, you know, like I said, I mean, I'd like to know what other people think, but I don't know, maybe I've never used the Golden, so I don't really know what the difference is, but I'd like to know if there's such a huge difference that I suppose there could be. But I'm pretty happy with what I use. I get good results, I think. And so anyway, I hope everybody's had a good day today. It's been nice and sunny here and not cold. I haven't been out, but much, but I could see that. I did go out and spray down that huge piece I have in my garage that I did for some clients, and it's 3 feet by 6 feet. It's very big, and I've got it to the point where I can resin it now. I sprayed it down with some sealant today. Some people clean their paintings before they varnish them because of the silicone thing and resin. And I have found that if I just varnish them with something before I put the resin on, I don't need to clean them. I haven't had any issues. I just put some spray on varnish on them, and then I resin them. And before I did that, I was having, you know, little divots and spots and stuff before I started doing the varnishing ahead of time. You know, I guess because of the silicone. Because I do use silicone in just about everything. And anyway, once I started putting a coat of varnish on before the resin, I don't have those problems anymore, and it works fine. So I don't do a lot of cleaning. I've heard of people that wash their paintings like with water and soap, and I'd be scared to do that. But not only that, I don't know. I sure would like to know what everybody else thinks. I've never seen much of a topic of discussion about it, but I have seen people that have made videos, you know, of course, on how they varnish their paintings and stuff, and that's where I've learned what I've been talking about. But I just can't see. I read somewhere that somebody washes theirs like 6 times or something in soap and water before they varnish them, or, you know, resin them or whatever. And I just, oh Lord, I don't have time for that. Anyway, I gotta get a new torch, I guess. Stupid thing. It is just acting up like crazy. all my videos I've done today and yesterday and maybe like the day before. Those little pink cells popping up. Stupid torch won't stay lit. It's very irritating. Doesn't want to light, and it's like the igniter switch in it's gone out, and it's not an old torch. And I've complained about it now in about 3 videos, so I guess I should shut up. But I don't know. It's the little things in an artist's life that, well, a torch is not a little thing. We, you know, kind of depend on our torches, and it's very, very frustrating. Anyway, this is an interesting piece. I kind of like where it's going. See if I can get that corner over there. I still don't think I got it there. I think I have enough paint on here that I should have enough room to get everything. It's very interesting. It's a different color combination than I've used before, I think. Of course, that's usually the case. I try to do different color combinations, but it's very different. Okay, I got that corner. This way that I do this, it gets paint all over me, but I like it because I can kind of control what's going off and what's staying on, and I feel a little bit more in control anyway, and it helps me to keep on, you know, some things that want to run off, but it does make you messy. That's for sure. And I may end up needing to pour some of this off because I may have too much paint on here, but I like to be in charge of what I pour off. I don't like to have gravity make that decision for me. See that? There's my little tabs sticking up. They do that, and then you can't get your sides and your corners covered. I always go over them after I turn the camera off and, you know, just check to be sure, but I'll try to pour them off good while I've got my camera on. I sort of like that, just the way it is, with that big blob of blue and everything in the middle. I kind of like it. I'm going to have to pour a little bit of this off, though, because I got too much paint on here. Isn't it funny, sometimes you look at one and there's so much you want to save, you just don't want to pour anything off. That's the way I feel a lot of the time. I just want to have more room, you know, so I can save more, pour off less. Okay, let's let that sit just a second, and I will dry my hands and see if my torch will work. And since I got this absolutely everywhere, I love phthalo blue. I don't mind that big blue blob in the middle. I can put an embellishment or two in there or around there, and it'll be fine. Come on, you. Ah. I'm trying to go a little slower with it. I don't know if that makes any difference. But I've got to adjust this table better. It is very irritating trying to fix. I've had a hard time finding a table that, a pouring table, or, you know, this bucket, whatever you want to call it, that will fit this size canvas. I do fine with the smaller canvases, but when I get to this size canvas, it doesn't exactly fit, and I've had a hard time finding something that will. So I'm always trying to refine my work environment, my little place in the world. And right now, that's two things I need to fix: the torch and this bucket. I've changed my area that I work in a lot, and I like it for a while the way it is, and then I want to change it up. And right now, mainly what I want to change is the size of this bucket, so it won't keep doing that. Anyway, it's okay for now. I can get it situated in here where I can at least sleep it long enough to get y'all down and let you have a look at it. And then I just can't leave anything sitting here, you know, long enough for it to dry or anything like that, because it will definitely tilt and slide around, and you have a big old mess on your hands. Anyway, it's good enough for me to let y'all see without sliding around too much, and then I'll get it down from there. But I appreciate you joining me this evening, especially for my last painting of the evening. And it's like 9:30 here, and I got a 9-year-old to get to bed. So I'll rejoin y'all again tomorrow. I'll try to do some more resin work tomorrow. We'll see what the day has in store. I do appreciate your participation. I appreciate you being here. I'd really appreciate it if you'd give me some comments or likes and subscribes and things like that. They help. I'm new here, and not many people know me or know my work, but I'm hoping to change that. So please help me out. Tell me what you think, good or bad, I don't care. You know, just let me know you're out there. Alright, y'all have a great night. Thank you for being with me. Please check out my other videos, and in the meantime, stay safe and happy. Good night.